Hello and welcome to Concentration Check, a co-writing space! That's as much spooky as I've got. I'm sorry. I'm Erin M Evans. I'm the author of the Brimstone Angels Saga and the Books of the Usurper series. And the owner of this amazing Golden Skull office supply holder. And I'm here to get some work done. Nobody is with me this week. Trevor's not feeling well, so I'm going to hold down this fort by myself. But I didn't want to leave you guys in the lurch. I don't know about you, but I'm having a really hard time getting started today. So hopefully, all together, we can get some focus. We can get some stuff done. If you haven't joined us before, or if you just want a reminder, what we do on Concentration Check is Pomodoro Sprints. So for 25 minutes, you're going to work on whatever it is that you've got to get done today, whether that's writing or editing or game prep, whether you just need a little bit of company while you get your day job done. We're all going to do it together for 25 minutes. Then we're going to take a 5-minute break. The breaks are important. They give your brain a little time to reset. And on Concentration Check, we have themes for our breaks. So our first break is the What Are You Working On break. So we'll chat about what we've been working on. Our second break is the Get Up and Move break. So if you've been sitting for an hour, it'll be a good time to get up, get a drink of water, stretch your arms, stretch your legs, go to the bathroom, whatever it is your body needs. That is also when we are going to have to roll ads, because that's when Twitch likes to do that. So if you get up, you don't have to watch them. You also don't have to watch them if you are one of our subscribers. And if you are one of your subscribers, please know that we appreciate you so very much. Your support helps us make cool content like this show and like our weekend days of gaming, which I will talk about in a little bit. Let's see, what do we got? Third break is hand stretches, and our fourth break is our long break. If we have a topic that you want me to chat with you about, I'm all for it. If not, I will tell you a lot more about Extra Life and hopefully get you all psyched up for it. We're running a little behind this year, although Yang Yang would have remind me we're running behind every year. But we have a lot of cool things coming up, and hopefully you all will be able to come by for some of it. And actually, I can probably talk about it a little bit, because here's the fun thing, and I say that with just a soupçon of sarcasm. When I don't have a host, I talk so fast that we kind of get to the part where I've said all the important things, and it's not time to start yet. We haven't given people enough time to come and join us. So, the quick overview. Extra Life is a charity that raises funds for Children's Miracle Network with gamers as a resource. So every year we do their Day of Gaming, where we play back-to-back games and raise money for Extra Life. So our team this year, we have decided that rather than try and do 24 hours of gaming, which is hard. We did it once. I think we broke Yang Yang. We are going to do 2 days, and we're going to go from noon to midnight on Saturday, November 2nd, and then we're going to go from 11 to 7 on Sunday, November 3rd. I've posted the schedule in the Stream Chat channel, and then I believe J-Dog posted it again in the tavern, but we have, first day, we're going to have a game by Keith Amon, the author of The Monsters Know What They're Doing, who is going to run a adventure called A Cotillion of Blades, which will include Lauren Urban and Garwar as players. And I don't remember who else is playing. I want to say Trevor's playing, but I'm not 100% sure. I have a spreadsheet. I'll look at the spreadsheet before the long break, and I'll have more specifics. There is another game called oh my goodness, I just made the post for it, which I need to put up, but I keep not remembering the name of it. Squad of Copper. I keep wanting to call it Scales of Copper, which is run by Jake, who did our Villains Wanted game, and he told me it was Goonies meets thank you, Ben, yes. Not Scales of Copper, Squad of Copper. It is Goonies and Spy Kids meets Kids Next Door. Lots of fun. It sounds like there's like, I need the descriptions up in front of me. Kids in a Thieves Guild. Lots of shenanigans. Trevor is going to be doing an episode of Trevor Plays Magic the Gathering. And then Eric is going to run the second installment of his Shadow of the Demon Lord game from last year. This one, Rising Doom. And then on Sunday, we have a 3-part adventure featuring characters from Westgate Regulars and Fearful Symmetry, which is, first, I'm going to DM a game that I call Bad Choices Make Good Memories, because it's Florin Morn's bachelor party time. Then Ben Rowe is going to run Mimosas and Mages, because why should the boys have all the fun? And the Cecilia and Artemisia and Caliph will go out for brunch and, shenanigans. And then everybody comes together for the big fight at the end. Love is a battlefield. I'm really looking forward to it. I will post links for our team page, and I will also post links for my page because I have incentives. Basically, you guys, I'm going to run this like D&D, The Hangover. So they're going to go to the bachelor party, but they're immediately going to wake up the next morning and have to figure out what happened. And if you guys donate, it's going to unlock memories, and they're going to have to play out the scenes of themselves doing the thing that messed everything up. There are, I think, 4 or 5 of those that I have space for, and I hope we can unlock them all because I would love to see these guys improv their way through some drunken, silly boy nonsense. It'll be great. It's going to be very, very fun. But I'll post those just as soon. Actually, no, now we're at 1:35, so I can start things. I will post just as soon as we start things. But okay, so we've got a big crowd today. I see Ben Rowe. I see Monk of Greyhawk. Bookish Barbarian. Welcome, you guys. Blysford's here. And Alulin. I saw Alulin go by earlier. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Latia? I don't know if Latia is actually still here or if that's holding on to something, but that would be very exciting. Thank you for joining us. Okay. Well, it's time to get started, I think, and it looks like everybody's ready to go. So I'm going to go ahead and turn on these dang timers, and hopefully they will all behave themselves. Okay. And ready? 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
Let's go.
That was the best I've ever done. 1-minute warning. All right, it's time for a break. This one is our what are you working on break. There we go. It's starting. I don't know why the finished sound doesn't seem to be playing. Did you guys hear the finished sound? I will have to investigate that, which doesn't bode super well because I barely know what I'm doing. Anyway, so what are you working on break? So drop in the chat what you've been working on. I have mostly been working on my my next book for RuneScape. I figured out some things, so fleshing those out, expanding a scene, and now moving forward. Also, fixed a couple typos on my Extra Life page, and I noticed I did get some donations. Monk of Greyhawk, thank you so much for your generous donation. Because of that, Florin will remember something that happened. And I'm very glad, at least to get that one, because I think that one is going to be delightful. All right. So, what is everybody else working on? Okay, the sound didn't go off, so I'm going to have to learn how to go like, ah, until it does. Bookish Barbarian says, today is for projects. I need to ink some ink. I'm excited to see your ink inked. For those of you who don't know, we had a very fun chat in the Books of the Usurper channel in the Discord because I made a mistake with a QR code that I paid for that I don't know what to do with anymore. So everybody gave me great ideas about making cool stickers. And now people are making cool stickers that I'm going to get printed and send to people as hype packs, which I do not condone vandalizing things with. But also, is property crime really that bad? Especially when it's a sticker? It'll be fine. But there are some very cool drawings in there. I'm very excited. All right, let's see what else. Alilyn is trying to learn more Morse code. And now I'm going to switch over to D&D prep. Interesting. What are you learning Morse code for? Just for fun or for a project? Ben Rowe is working on a brunch menu for a Shao restaurant in the East End of Westgate. Let's see. Goblin Wars is working on cleaning. Always important. Also, if you want to see what ends up being on that brunch menu, you guys know when to tune in, right? History Prof is editing for Goodman Games. Hello, you weren't here earlier, I don't think. Or I didn't see you, because I've realized that OBS does not show me everybody who is here, and it shows me some people who aren't here, like a ghost. Let's see. Blytheford, got to finish this damn nonfiction book. You can do it! We're all so excited for this book. It's going to feel like you have more than a few future readers ready for it. Bookish Barbarian says, fact, you can also bribe students with stickers. They can't stop you. Accurate. Yes. Stickers make for pretty good bribes. For yourself, for other people. Alulin says, I'm an amateur radio nerd, so I want to explore another part of the hobby. That's cool. Bookish Barbarian says, Blytheford, she's going to make the librarians order the book, so. But Benro gives out stickers when he gives players inspiration. I love that. I have a bunch. I bought a pack of stickers when I was finishing Relics of Ruin, and now I have like a bunch more of them. But I kind of need to like make that intention again. If I finish a chapter, I get a sticker. Maybe I will do that. Fortunately or unfortunately, this book has much shorter chapters. So, we're almost done. It's almost time to end our break. We're going to do another sprint. I'm sorry, guys. The combination of tired and just a little grouchy between the weather and the to-do list that I'm slowing down a bit. But we're going to knock more things off this to-do list. Give ourselves some stickers. Either literally or metaphorically. That's up to you. All right, it's 10 seconds. Who's ready? Who's ready? 3, 2, 1.
Let's go.
Come on. 1-minute warning. Whoop. Ah. All right, it's time for a break. Which I'm gonna just get this timer sorted. Okay, this is our get up and move break. So get up, stretch your legs, get a drink of water, take some dishes to the sink in my case. I will see you guys back here in 4 minutes and 50 seconds. I am assuming that all of you are standing up. Pubnub, the captions are better than they are with other sites, but boy, they still make a lot of funny things happen. All right, we are halfway there. Hope everybody is feeling good. I think I might take off this concentration check. Oh, that's charming. Whisper AI, which makes up new things to add to their captions 80% of the time. Not helpful. We have tried a couple of things, and PubNub is what we use right now, which works better than most of them. And doesn't do. We used to use Google Caption. Google. What is it called? Google Meetups? Anyway, we used Google's, which worked okay, but it also would fight weirdly with my Zoom. You guys may remember me just not being able to talk to you periodically, having to start over. Oh, Lord, a hospital was using it to transcribe doctor appointments and it was recording false diagnoses. Fun! This is just not... This is not the future that I think any of us want or were promised. All right, ready to get back to it? Ready? Let's go.
Let's go.
time for a break and I totally missed it. Sorry, guys. Okay, there we go. There's our break timer. Okay, it's time to do some stretches. Oh my god, my back first. Yeah, everybody give your shoulders a little roll. Take care of your body. That's the goal. But okay, so for hand stretches, I don't have to put the tiny screen on, so I can actually stick my hands out. All right, hands out in front. And we're gonna just do some positions first. So first things first, up and down for palm strike. Actually, are these better this way? Maybe. Palm strike! And then nice and flat for knife hands. Curl your fingers for flat fist. Fist. And then point your fingers back towards your body for bow wrist. And then bow wrist, fist, flat fist, knife hands, palm strike. Now we're going to do it again, but a little bit faster. Palm strike, knife hands, flat fist, fist, bow wrist, fist, flat fist, knife hands, palm strike. All right, now for some positions. Remember, don't seek to pop your joints. Okay, I'm just going to pull forward and down for number 1. Hello, Goblin Wars. Did we get a topic? We didn't. I offered to discuss our Extra Life games, walk you guys through some of the fun and the cool incentives and the why we are doing this. But I'm happy to talk about something else and point you at the lovely ads that I made that I need to post still, or I need somebody to post still. All right, number 2, rotate your thumb out. Take your hand, pull it straight down. All right. Number 3, thumb down, grab the top, pull it in towards your chest. How's it going? How's everybody's time going? I'm fighting a little with this scene. I don't think I wrote a detailed enough outline for my purposes. Number 4, nice and straight, flex it back. Oh, goodness. All right, number 5, we're going to go in a circle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to give it a shake. All right, other side. It is weird writing. One of the things that is weird about fantasy in general and IP fantasy in specific is there's a lot of stuff you have to explain. Number 2, roll it out, pull it straight. And it is hard to tell if you are explaining it enough or too much or in the wrong places, especially because most of the audience is going to know all this stuff. So you don't want it to be too number 3. But also, you don't want to not explain enough and have them get lost. Hooray, bookish barbarian. All right, number 4. And last, number 5. 3, 4, 5. And give it a little shake. Oh my goodness. I have some water here I forgot about. All right, we have a little less than a minute left. One more sprint. Hey, Molly Choo! I'm glad you are here. You were excited to hear about the Extra Life games because I have to talk about them. It's going to be a lot of week. We have Extra Life to prep for and promote for. I still have to keep writing RuneScape book. There's a possibility I'll get notes back on Season of Sacrifice, and I don't want notes back right now, guys. And it's Halloween, and I have a Zagreus wig to finish zhuzhing. attach that little crown. It is adorable having a kid that is as into costuming as mine is, but also sometimes he really, really wants something and I don't want to break his heart, but also I don't know how to do this. So, all right. Time to get started. Let's go.
Let's go.
Ooh, 10-second warning. And this is where we have the sound that's not working. All right, that's the end of our sprints. It is time for our long break. Okay, so what I told people we would talk about was our Extra Life game. First of all, hello, viewers from Garwar's channel. And actually, this is a wonderful time because Gar is one of the players in our Extra Life day of gaming. And part of me is like, Gar, can I make you be on here too? But that might be more tech skills than I have right now. It's that kind of a day. But let me see. Actually, I might be able to at least put up the little ads and stuff and show off what cool things we are making and doing. Theoretically, where are the links to stuff? There we go. Okay. So, yes, like I said at the top of Concentration Check, we are doing Extra Life's Day of Gaming again this year, except this year Dungeon Scrawlers is having days of gaming, because none of us is going to play in the middle of the night, because we love helping children, but we're tired easily. Anyway, we have so many games set up. Let me see if I can do this. Post these things. So first game we have coming up is a Cotillion of Blades, which is run by Keith Amon, who is a friend of the channel and also the author of The Monsters Know What They're Doing and its attendant sequels, which are all really great books if you want to up your game. Yeah, Gar is playing in it, which is exciting. I unfortunately ended up not being able to play in it because my kid has a fencing tournament at the exact same time, which I'm really bummed about because it sounds very fun. So here's our description. After losing their Fae guide, the PCs appeal to the hospitality of an avaricious archfey who wants them to collect a debt from a rival. But gaining an audience with the vain, imperious Prince Nimblestep, let alone without inadvertently offending him, is no mean feat, and his flair as a dancer is matched only by his artistry with the sword. As usual, I think you can expect Keith to bring in some very interesting mechanics and provide a very fun play experience. So yes, Gar is playing in it, and so is Laura and Urban, and Trevor, and Ruzilla, who I cannot remember Ru's non-screen name, but she's played with us several times, and she's been a delight every time. So that one's our first game. That starts at noon on November 2nd. That's Pacific time. Roz, thank you. I'm like, every time I see it, I'm like, it's not Ruzilla, so it's... And it's just this very similar. Thank you. Okay, so yes, that is our first game. That starts at noon Pacific. It goes for 3 hours. I'm not sure if Keith has gotten up the incentives that are related to his game. Let me double check. He's not got it up yet. So watch for those, because as always for Extra Life, we will have incentives that you can get for yourself as you make your donation, which may be out of game things or they may be in-game things. You can frequently do things like buy a reroll for players or a healing potion, or you can give the DM a chance to make more chaos. Several of our DMs are offering things for you. I'll get to mine. I know mine. And so yeah, go check out the let me get the page link that's not. Ben pointed out to me I did this just the ugliest possible way. Sorry, I almost sent you a line from the notes for my game, which would, out of context, been hilarious. I did not successfully copy that. Okay, this is gonna be way funnier. There's our team page link. So that is our current roster. So Keith is running the first game. Those are the players. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Our second game is Jake, whose last name I need another reminder on how to pronounce because it's not Hoobst. But he's a great DM. He ran our Villains Wanted campaign. He was also a fellow player when Yang Yang did the Midwinter Mimic game last year. Hibch. Okay, Hibch. Thank you. His game is called. I'm doing it again. I just made the thing. Squad of Copper, which, as established, I keep wanting to call Scales of Copper. It's not Scales. It's not about Dragonborn. It's about kids. It's about kids getting involved with a Thieves Guild and getting into hijinks. As usual, it's going to be very funny. It's going to be a lot of fun. That one starts at 3 p.m. and goes till 6. So let me check Jake's. Does Jake have his incentives? This is also a list of who am I going to hassle. I'm not going to hassle Jake. He has some nice incentives, some things like for $5, you can name one of the kids' parents. For $10, you can buy a sudden monologue. Okay, I might steal some of Jake's stuff because these are great. $10, childish confidence. Player must make a big move with their next action. $15, a surge of ancient magic. Something magically chaotic will happen. Goodness. Okay, yeah, no, I'm stealing some of Jake's ideas. Those are great. Those will cause a lot of fun things in the game, which is what we always want to see for Extra Life, because part of the fun of doing these days of gaming is giving more space for audience participation so that, you guys are rewarded for donating to Extra Life, which again benefits the Children's Miracle Network. And yeah, it's just a great lot of fun. Okay. This is not my best sales pitch because again, I'm going a little quick. Okay, so then the next thing we have, Trevor is going to play Magic the Gathering. What this will look like, I'm not going to lie, I still don't entirely know. And like I said at the beginning, Trevor is not feeling well, so I haven't gotten to hassle him. I'm not going to hassle him too badly about why he doesn't have his incentives up. But you can. Or don't bother him. He's sick. He will surely come back and say what he's doing. Spell table? Does that mean anything to you guys? He keeps putting it in parentheses when he says Magic the Gathering. And I don't play Magic the Gathering, so I don't know what that means. But we'll find out. And it's Trevor. He's entertaining in everything he does. So okay, spell table is a magic virtual tabletop, essentially. Okay, he's going to use spell table. That still doesn't mean a whole lot to me. We won't have another concentration check, but he will have author plays Elden Ring before then, and then you can pester him about what exactly he's going to do and how he's going to reward you for your donations. It's Trevor. We trust the process. I'm glad to hear that. Okay, so then we have Rising Doom with Eric Scott DeBee. Eric ran Rising Empire last year, which was his Shadow of the Demon Lord game. This is still D&D 5e, but so this is a follow-up. So very spooky, good stuff. He's got some, let's see, for $20 you can buy a healing potion, which they might need. For $50 you can make the shadow spread and make everything worse. He's got some donations that will help bolster heroes against the Demon Lord and the horrors of the Beyond that seem very expensive, which I don't know enough about Shadow of the Demon Lord. I wrote one short story for it, and what I know is that it's very bleak. So it might just be very hard to do those things. We'll see. So a reminder, all of your donations are tax deductible, which is never a bad thing. Okay, so that's our first day. That takes us from noon to midnight. Lots of different ways of playing. And then on Sunday, we have a 3-part game, which I'm very excited for. Okay, so for starters, okay, this one I know I can pull up, I think. For starters, no, I'm just going to put them on the Discord. Never mind. This is too much fuss. Too much fuss. I don't need extra fuss today. Okay, to start with, I'm going to be running a game I call Bad Choices, Make Good Memories, which will be the bachelor party of Florin Morn. For those of you who watched Fearful Symmetry, you will remember that we had a little character romance between Florin and Artemisia. So now they are getting married. And Florin's very good friend Ilya is throwing him a bachelor party. If you watched Fearful Symmetry, I think you can guess this is already going to go deeply awry. So, as I mentioned at the top of the hour, Ilya borrows the witch hut, makes some improvements for the party, and everybody basically wakes up the next morning with no memory of what happened, but with obviously some interesting clues. That's right, it's D&D The Hangover! So, while they try and piece together what the heck just happened, other stuff will start coming to light. This one is going to be a big table. So Trevor will be there playing Florin Morn again. Yang Yang will be there playing Stong. Stephen Merlino will be returning for Sturge. Eric Scott DeBee will be playing Sarshan, our Himbo Lithari elf. Barbarian Warlock? I forget what his whole thing was. And we will have a very special guest. Shauna Germain, my lovely friend, one of the co-owners and lead designers for MCG, is going to be joining us, playing Florin's childhood friend that he has not seen in a very long time. So, I'm sure that he has no secrets about Florin, and that's another thing I could put on there. Okay, we're brainstorming. Okay, so I'm just going to go through my incentives. Actually, you know what? I'm going to go through all three games because they're all interconnected, and then I'm going to mention what my incentives are, and then you guys can help me brainstorm if there's anything good too. But I'm going to write down that one. Florin's secret. Actually, they could probably come up with secrets for each other. Maybe they both have to do a secret. Okay. Okay, so that's the first part. The second part will be DM'd by our very own Ben Rowe. That one is called Mimosas and Mages. Cecilia obviously doesn't get to stay in the witch hut while the boys are using it, so she's going to go over to Briar House. And then in the morning, she's going to get Artemisia out of there for some relaxation, because wedding planning is so stressful, and why would you want to do too much of it? So her and Caleb will be taking Artemisia out to brunch, and I'm sure nothing weird will happen at all. It will all be great and fine. But it's D&D, so it won't. So then they will all come together, both parties, for a big battle, which we are calling Love is a Battlefield. And since everybody is level 18, it's going to be intense. I'm very excited. So Ben is running the battle part of that, and then in the end, we will do whatever wrap-up needs doing between the two of us. This is my first time ever kind of co-DMing at the same time. But I have every faith that this will go super well, because Ben is an excellent DM and has a ton of knowledge about the characters. So I'm excited. This is all going to come together really, really well. I'm going to knock on wood anyway, even though I do believe that. Okay, incentives. So what have I put down for mine? Now that I'm trying to tell people about it. Okay, so what I had down already... Yeah, and counterbalance for like 8 or 9 level 18 characters is wild, you guys. Yes, we briefly were hoping that B. Dave Walters would be able to join us and reprise his role as Viscaris, but I have been informed that on his way to England, his webcam broke. So, there's just not gonna work. Another time. All right! I expect a lot of nonsense, so I will let you buy a reroll for the characters for $15. For $30, you can create an NPC. I only have 3 of those because I am a little, constrained in how many places they're going to go. I have 2 out-of-game things down, which is for $30, you can have a signed book. I have Empire of Exiles, Relics of Ruin, or Gift of Guthix. Or I do have some copies of The Devil You Know. They are limited, but I have been reminded that they are there. So, I am happy to give those out. I'm just realizing right now that I've marked that down probably a little bit too low, but someone's already bought one of those, so I'm going to leave it alone. All right. For my big one right now, for $100, I will get on Zoom with you and give you a 30-minute pep talk about your project. I will say right now, Monk of Greyhawk has purchased one of those. Thank you very much for your generous donation. And as mentioned, it doesn't have to be a pep talk. If you just want to talk for 30 minutes, that's okay. But I am always happy to give people reassurance in general. This will not come with me reading any of your book and stuff, but if you want to tell me about it, that's okay. I charge way more for that, and it's like freelance stuff. But additionally, I think there's some parts in here like where I like the idea of Moss and Florin telling secrets about each other. That sounds delightful. I also think that there should be some chaotic after effects of Ilya's how do we put this? Cocktail making. That sounds like a fun thing to get. Some of these I think will be fun to add during the game, some if I don't have them up right away. But also, here's the other thing. Setting aside what those incentives are, any donation is going to a great cause. Children's Miracle Network helps families pay for treatment, regardless of what it is that kids need care for, and whether the family can afford it or not. Which is really helpful. This year, I decided to send my money. I usually send to Seattle Children's Hospital, which is a great place. I decided this year that while I really do like Seattle Children's, I am going to support the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia. One reason that I am doing that is the home hospital for Dr. Ingo Helbig, who is one of the main researchers for my son's genetic disorder, which is called STX-BP1 encephalopathy, or STX-BP1 disorder. So Dr. Helbig primarily works there. So a lot of families who get a diagnosis like ours seek him out and bring their kids there. So this is a really, this is a heavy thing to hear, you know, to find out that your kid has a diagnosis that is going to be life-changing. It comes with intellectual disabilities, physical disabilities, developmental delay, epilepsy. It's a lot. And I can only imagine how much harder that is if you're told your kid's going to need lifetime care. You know, they're going to need constant medication checks. You're going to need to see lots of therapists. And we don't even fully understand this disorder. We only discovered this disorder in 2007. So being able to rely on a charity like Children's Miracle Network to help make sure those kids get care. Because while my family's been very fortunate, we have good insurance, we are financially stable, this kind of mutation, it just happens. There's no preventing it. There's no living clean enough. Not every family is lucky. And so I'm glad I wish there were better safety nets in place, but I can't remake the entire country. What I can do right now is support this charity. So that is why I've chosen CHOP this year. But the thing I was going to mention, if you look at those incentives and you go, that's too much for me, that's okay. What I'm going to tell you right now is a lot of what I have set up is for milestones. So currently we have unlocked the milestone of during this game, when Florin does a particular thing, he's going to unlock a memory of what happened the night before. And the way I'm planning on doing this is kind of setting them up with the scene and asking them to just improv it, to just be silly. Tell me what happened. And they can use clues. They can put things together. I will certainly nudge them a little with Ilya and any other NPCs that are there. But I am looking forward to letting them be thoroughly unhinged. So right now, Florin has unlocked a memory. If we raise $40 more, it looks like, Sarshan will remember something. And and we have several of those. I have also added at least one special book bundle, which is a drawing. So even if you just donate $1, you'll be entered into the drawing. Everybody who makes a donation gets entered into the drawing, and I'm thinking about adding a couple. It's usually I do this, I have like a month before, and I just didn't do that. But it will include all my books, and a t-shirt. Previously we did the Bjorny shirt. I'm happy to do another Bjorny shirt. I also want to take some of Ivy Lee's cool card art. That could go on a shirt, but I definitely want to add it on a tote bag. We'll also include one of those hype packs that I talked about with the QR code stickers. And yeah, just some good stuff. Just as some good stuff as a reward for making that donation. Also, everybody who makes a donation, I will shout you out during the game, because I want to make sure that everybody knows who our great donation, great donors are, or great viewers. But all of that, I have got to still make time to call out. Let me see. Ben's incentives, because Ben is running basically 2 games, and so we have a lot of options. For $5 you can buy the ladies a drink. For $10 you can get Ben's DM's Guild adventures and player options. That's a really good deal. For $25 you can give us a healing potion, which might be really good because, guys, we still don't have a cleric. I asked Shauna what she wanted to be, and I don't think she's going for a cleric, you guys. Okay, so for $50 we can have inspiration. Can I buy myself inspiration, Ben? Is that fair? Is that allowed? Okay, anyway, for $100 a magic item appears. For $300 a dead PC comes back. Oh no! Here's, okay, for the children, I'll read this one. For $500, and there's only one of these allowed. Oops, you woke up the Tarask and the Hecaton Kyries, which were the 2 monsters that we had to fight at the end of book 4. Don't like, oh man, I'm torn, because that would be great. That would be a great big chunk toward our goal. It is a lot. If y'all pooled and did that, that would be wonderful. But also, please don't do that. I don't want to fight those. I'm so torn. Okay, but anyway, we have until November 3rd. Keep an eye out. We will probably add more things as we go, and we think of fun additions. And a lot of them are available during the game. Some of the ones that involve planning, like naming NPCs, we'd rather you did those early. But that is what we have planned. Are there any questions before I wrap this up? Oh wait, there's milestones. I missed these. For $100, if Ben gets to 100, he's 22 short. Gratuitous cameo, a well-known Realms character, interjects into a scene. Oh, this is great. Okay, wait. So if he gets to 100, that's what happens. 250, everybody gets the effects of a short rest, which is someone who's playing a warlock. Love it. 500, everybody gets their spell slots back. Also love it. If he raises $750 total, everyone gets the effects of a long rest. And if he gets to $883, everyone gets a bottle of horse elixir. If you know, you know. All right. Well, I do hope that you will check out our Extra Life page and make whatever donation you're capable of making right now. And yes, it will all be streamed on Twitch on this channel right here. And if you can't, we'd still love for you to come and watch and cheer us on. Having people there is great. We might have some day of giveaways too. We usually do. Suddenly I do not recall. Usually we have several dice sets and book sets and things like that. So I'll double check. But anyway, it's usually it's always been a great time. I don't want to jinx things. How much for someone to be found locked in the trunk of a carriage? You say that like I don't already have it planned. This is the one thing I find tricky about these Extra Life games is I want to add chaos, but also I am a creature of like plot structure. And so I'm kind of like, okay, there's space for chaos, but the chaos space is here. And then I play with Yang Yang and he's like, what about if we go over there? Which is actually great. The combo is good. Yeah. So we will make all those things obvious and available, and it will be great. It will be great. So yes, please check those out. Please come back and join us this weekend. Okay, that's another thing. We're gonna have to buy speeches. They're gonna have to do speeches. I love it. Speeches, secrets, bonus non-information flashbacks. I love this, actually. I have things where I'm like, they can piece together what happened without the flashback, but the flashback will be fun. And so those are milestones because there are a certain number of those. But you know what? We could have some like flashbacks that do not convey any information. And I could just make a random table and it's like, whoever roll, and then you get, you confess your true feelings about a different character, and I just want Sturge to roll that so bad because I feel like Steven will come up with something absolutely nuts in that case. Okay, I'm gonna add some stuff. I am. But if you've made it this far, and I barely have, you made your concentration check! Good job! I'm Erin M Evans. You can find me mostly on the Discord, but on Blue Sky and Twitter, less Twitter. I'm weaning off Twitter, let's say it that way, at Erin M Evans. Okay, so let me see. You can listen to my podcast, Writing About Dragons and Shit, with Trevor Bettis and B. Dave Walters. Although this week, if Trevor gets better and we record, we will have our first episode of the Empire of Exiles Reread Book Club. So you should listen for that, or listen next week because we'll see if Trevor's feeling better. And then, yes, come back this channel. Let's see. Tonight we have Isekai Realms at 6 o'clock. Their hangout, 6:30 is the start of the game. A bunch of authors are sucked into the Forgotten Realms and see what happens to them. There is a game of Greymantle on Wednesday at 6 p.m. Pacific. We have probably an author plays Elden Ring tomorrow morning with Trevor if he's feeling better. And then again on Wednesday? Ooh, I hope that's correct. And Lauren's on Wednesday. Trevor is Tuesday and Thursday. I know this. I got this. And Lauren is Wednesday and Thursday evening or Kira plays Baldur's Gate 3. We have so much cool content these days, you guys. It's so hard to keep track of it all. But you know what? It's on this page, so you can just check down at the bottom. I'm not sure right now if we're going to do Obra Dinn on Sunday after Extra Life or if we're going to all be dead. I think it's going to be we're all dead. But I don't know what Trevor's going to do when we come back after 2 weeks for Obra Dinn. We'll find out. We'll figure it out. If nothing else, it will be entertaining. So anyway, until next week, get some good work done. And don't forget to rest.